Hi everyone, here's what's bothering me today. The CERB, the Canada Emergency Response Benefit. Liberals say they're going to change it, allow for greater eligibility for it as they make it sort of tied in with EI. And I'm getting so tired of some of these articles that are showing up now talking about how the CERB is bad because we have companies here that want people to return back to work, but they're not doing it because of the CERB. The CERB is $2,000 a month, taxable. That is basically what you would get if you worked 40 hours at a minimum wage job. If you're saying that you can't compete with a bare minimum wage job, that's on you, not on your average Canadian who wants to try and stay safe and pay their bills during a global pandemic. It absolutely boggles my mind that these people think that this is somehow an argument. They're mad because they're losing profits in a capitalist system that is coming completely undone because of this pandemic and human irresponsibility. And instead of thinking, hey, you know what? Maybe we should change the way we do things. It's, come on, let's go back to normal. Because normal was so great, right? All that rampant poverty and crushing wage slave labor and just people having to work more than 40-hour weeks at below minimum wage in a lot of cases, working multiple jobs to please people with stock portfolios. Yeah, wow, that was so nice. These articles, whether they realize it or not, are openly admitting that they can't pay a living wage. And if you can't pay a living wage, you don't deserve to be in business. This is why we have volunteer efforts. It's why we have co-ops and all these various different things to help lighten the burden of social existence, because that's what society is. It's a collective contract. And yet, the contract is routinely violated by those at the very top. And they expect those of us, the vast majority of us, whether we are the homeless, the poor, the working class, the middle class, blue-collar workers, white-collar workers, suburbanites. They expect your average person, which forms the vast majority of Canadian, American, British, Australian, whatever society, they expect us to just go along with it because it's all we've grown up knowing, even though the system used to be far better in the past. But systemic abuses and exploitation have changed it, because that's what capitalism does. It is about exploitation. It's not about you, the worker. It's about how much they can squeeze from you so that you can make someone like Jeff Bezos a little more richer, even though he already makes $8 million a day. And so these people, bankers, people with businesses complaining about the CERB and how it's somehow digging into their business growth because, people want to stay on the CERB. Yeah, it's safer. It's a pandemic. And you're only offering them, in terms of pay, table scraps. Now that they've had a taste of what a decent enough paycheck feels like to, largely subsist off of in most cases, they don't want to endanger themselves for less pay. It's that simple. So get your act together, actually pay a living wage, and if you find you can't do that, then you need to reevaluate your own business. It's not on the side of the person who wants to stay safe in a pandemic and wants to actually wait for a better job to move around. Weirdly enough, that's the free market speaking right there. So either adapt to the market's demands or perish. After all, that's what we believe in capitalism, right? And if not, then maybe we should all start questioning it a little more. And the fact that we aren't questioning our current setup and system and how people are making more on the CERB, and instead of going after these people, we're not going after the corporations and businesses who have exploited people for this long. That's what's bothering me. And it should bother you too.